Join me as I dive into the fascinating history of America and challenge myself to uncover some of the most amazing facts you probably never knew. When we think about American history, we often focus on the major events and figures that have shaped the country into what it is today. However, there's so much more to the story, and it's these lesser-known aspects that can really help us understand the complexities of America's past and its relevance in the present. American history is often oversimplified or distorted, leading to common misconceptions that can be pretty misleading. For instance, many people believe that the Pilgrims were the first Europeans to settle in what is now the United States, but that's not entirely accurate. There were other European settlements before the Pilgrims arrived, and these early settlements played a significant role in shaping the course of American history. The mainstream narrative often overlooks these details, instead focusing on the more well-known stories that have been passed down through generations. This can create a skewed understanding of American history, leaving out important context and perspectives. As we delve deeper into the history books, it becomes clear that there's more to the story than what we were taught in school. Many historical events and figures have been glossed over or forgotten, and it's time to bring them back into the spotlight. The more we learn about these overlooked aspects of American history, the more we can appreciate the complexity and richness of the country's past. The story of America's founding is a fascinating one, full of intriguing characters and unexpected twists. Take, for example, the role of women in the American Revolution. While we often hear about the men who fought in the war, the women who supported the cause are often relegated to the sidelines. However, women like Deborah Sampson, who disguised herself as a man to fight in the war, and Abigail Adams, who advocated for women's rights, played a significant role in shaping the course of American history. As we explore these stories, we gain a deeper understanding of the complexities of American history and the many different perspectives that have shaped the country. Delving into key historical events, figures, and themes reveals the rich tapestry of America's past. And it's amazing to think about how these events have influenced the country's development over time. From the early colonial period to the present day, American history is a story of constant change and evolution, with each era building on the last to create the country we know today. The more we learn about these historical events and figures, the more we can appreciate the complexities and nuances of American history. The American Civil War was a pivotal moment in the country's history, marking a significant turning point in the struggle for freedom and equality. The war was fought over the issue of slavery, with the Union fighting to preserve the unity of the country, and the Confederacy fighting to establish itself as a separate nation. The war was brutal and devastating, with hundreds of thousands of soldiers and civilians killed or injured. However, it ultimately led to the abolition of slavery and a more unified country. The Civil War also had a profound impact on American society, leading to significant changes in the way people lived and worked. The war marked the beginning of a new era in American history, one in which the country would continue to grapple with issues of freedom and equality. As we look back on this moment in history, it's clear that the Civil War was a crucial step in the country's development, setting the stage for the many challenges and triumphs that would follow. The war's legacy can still be seen today, with many of the issues that were debated during the war still relevant in modern American society. The Civil War was a moment of great change and upheaval, and its impact can still be felt today. The war's significance extends beyond the battlefield, with its impact on American society and politics still being felt today. One of the most significant consequences of the Civil War was the Reconstruction era that followed. During this period, the country attempted to rebuild and redefine itself, with a focus on establishing equality and justice for all citizens. The Reconstruction era was marked by significant challenges and setbacks, including the rise of white supremacist groups and the passage of laws that restricted the rights of African Americans. However, it also saw the passage of important legislation, such as the 14th and 15th Amendments, which granted citizenship and voting rights to African American men. The Reconstruction era was a complex and tumultuous time in American history, with many different perspectives and interests at play. As we look back on this era, it's clear that it was a crucial moment in the country's development, setting the stage for the many challenges and triumphs that would follow. The Reconstruction era's legacy can still be seen today, with many of the issues that were debated during this time still relevant in modern American society. The history of America is complex and multifaceted, full of interesting stories and unexpected twists. As we've explored in this video, there's so much more to the story than what we were taught in school. From the early colonial period to the present day, American history is a story of constant change and evolution, with each era building on the last to create the country we know today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about American history, be sure to check out our video on the history of the American West.